Well, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to My Spouse is My Best Friend. I'm your co-host, Nicole.
Dr. Jason Lee.
And today we want to talk about our cute love story, how we turned from middle school sweethearts to marriage, our real life journey. And so we're going to talk about some awkward moments, some bad timing, some good timing, some blessings that God has provided for us, and then everything in between.
Well, yeah, I think everybody has their own little story or their journey on how they got into their marriage. Ours was a little different.
Yep.
We had a relationship back in middle school.
Yeah, let's start there. So, yeah. Do you remember when you first saw me?
Saw you. The very first time I saw you, I was with my girlfriend. And she was introducing me to you.
That was before then.
What was before then?
We met before then.
We did?
Yes. See, it's been a long time, y'all. Over 30 years. He can't remember.
Was that a party?
First time we met was at a friend's house when you came over with your brother and we were playing video games.
Oh.
Remember?
I think so.
You had on, I think, your Doc Martin boots and some suspenders on. You had that Boys to Men look going on.
You probably had some green jeans on, a ponytail with some dark shades.
Don't forget about my Walkman.
Oh, and your Walkman.
Yep.
That's attached to your head all the time.
Yep.
So that's the first time we met.
Yep. And so I think my first impression of you was you were quiet, you were shy, and I didn't like you for that.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention to you then.
Exactly. Because you were in the corner.
Yep. You know my brother though.
Yeah. He introduced us.
Oh, yeah, he did. So this is Nicole.
Yep. So that was our first introduction. Now we'll get into the others later. We like to go straight there. And so I guess what made me notice you was, again, you were quiet, you were shy, you really didn't say anything. And I don't know if you were forced to come or you didn't want to be there, but you just looked bored.
Oh, no, I don't remember why. I think Jeremy was like, hey, I'm going over here. And so I just came.
Yep. And so that was middle school. And then I remember one time for the summer, I called to talk to your brother to see if he could play for the summer to come out. And you said he wasn't there. And then you was like, oh, what are you doing? And we started talking on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then school started.
Oh, yeah. So during the summer, that's right.
Yep.
You called and we started talking during the summer.
Yep.
We were both bored, pretty much. And so we were just having conversations throughout the summer on the phone.
On the phone.
Mm-hmm. And then school started.
Yep. You want to talk about that?
What happened after that?
So school started, and then I was talking to a really good friend of mine, and she said, hey, let me introduce you to my boyfriend. Here he comes now, and here you come walking down the hallway. And so she introduces us. I pretend like I don't know who he is, like I haven't talked to him for a whole summer. And we shook hands, and we went our separate ways.
And my first impression was like, oh, I didn't know they were best friends.
Yeah.
Now, we weren't cheating when we were talking.
I didn't have a boyfriend.
Huh?
I didn't have a boyfriend.
I had a girlfriend, but we weren't talking like that. You were talking about everything under the sun.
You didn't tell me about the girlfriend for 3 months.
It never came up.
Guys, y'all see.
Well, anyways.
Yep. Somehow, some way, later on, I got a boyfriend, and I did not have a friend after that. So I guess I was a lousy friend.
Who was your boyfriend?
He's sitting next to me.
Well, you were more outgoing, and you were fine.
And then purple jeans. You're
about $110, probably not even that.
No, not even that.
She was a stick in her booty.
I'm a letter B, lowercase b. Now I'm uppercase B. Good Lord.
And your best friend couldn't do nothing. All she could do was talk on the phone.
You didn't even talk to her on the phone. You was talking to me.
Oh yeah, that's true. She was just a pretty face.
Jeez.
In 2 ways.
I guess I didn't have a pretty face.
No, at the time. That's before you.
Okay.
We ended up together.
We did. Okay, now let's get through the story. See, I told y'all there were going to be some awkward moments in this story, but we got to get it out. We got to get it out on the record because there's 2 different sides to every story. So okay. So high school. So we dated, and that was that.
We dated the first year in high school. We had a, like with any other couple, we're 14, 15, trying to figure things out, trying to figure each other out. The first year and a half was puppy love, and we were always together. We were babysitting together. Mm-hmm. We were
going to the mall.
We went to the mall all the time, hours at the mall.
No money.
We used to play in the rain and jump in puddles, and we had a lot of fun. We weren't only just, it wasn't the fact that we were in that, will you go with me stage. We were really good friends as well. We enjoyed each other's company at that time. So in a way, it wasn't like when we were dating, we were saying we were dating, we're not the dating stuff, but we were also like forging a friendship.
Right. Building that foundation.
Building a friendship early on. I think that's what, kind of helped us transition throughout the years as well. Because I don't think we had that friendship, and it was just simply a middle school relationship where you go together for 5 weeks and break up. It wasn't like that with us. We were together for almost 2 years in middle school.
It was over 2 years, but who's counting?
Oh, who's counting? It was over 2 years.
Well, and then on the flip side is we also went through some adult things. So we had to deal with family trauma, family hurt, death. There was a lot of things that we had to deal with in our families that we worked together. Okay, so it just did not work out in high school. So after high school, you went your way, I went my way. We went to college.
Why do you think they didn't work out in high school?
Because I don't think we were mature enough to understand exactly what a relationship was, or how to maturely get through the tough situations that we were
we went through some real stuff. And there's other things, it was just, we weren't mature.
Yeah, communication.
And communication.
If we had the tools today back then, maybe. Yeah. But it's all in God's time. And so he knew we needed that break because you had to go be a hoe somewhere else.
Really? Oh?
Yeah.
Why can't I be a hoe?
I said it.
Why can't I be promiscuous?
No.
Anywho.
You need to go sow your royal oats.
I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, so we went off to college, did our own thing. She got married, and I went to college, and funny enough, through all that, we still kept in touch every once in a while. Again, it wasn't nothing like trying to get back with each other or anything like that. It was really just genuinely asking how each other was doing. We know we were living in 2 different separate lives, and we would tell each other what we're going through or whatnot. And it wasn't an all the time thing, of course, because she had her own family and own husband and all that, and I'm in college and being a hoe, as she says, and so on my roll of oil oats. I really wasn't.
Yeah, he was, because he told me. I know all of their names.
I don't know all their names, so I know most of them.
Most.
Anywho, so we went off their separate ways, and then I think I had a child. And then I got married. We both went through that in our marriages, and I think our marriages to other people kind of helped us mature, right? Because I made mistakes in my marriage. I'm not gonna put it on one person because it was a equal thing. But like I always say, that I never regret it either. Things happened. I learned a lot. I matured a lot. And just didn't work out for some reasons. try to make it work biblically and spiritually, and just hey, sometimes you can't do anything if the other person is not willing to stick around. So that kind of happened.
Yeah, and I think the unique situation about us is, again, even though we were together for over 2 years, and then we broke up, like you said, we still came in contact. And even though I was married, you were married, we still kept in contact. But our spouses at the time knew that we continued to keep in contact.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that we were hiding, we're sneaking, things like that.
No.
They knew, because again, we were just friends. And a matter of fact, after my divorce and I was single again, my ex-husband said, "Hey, you might want to talk to Jason Green, because I know that he has your heart," right? He said, "I always knew that he had your heart." And so I thought that was an interesting thing for him to tell me afterwards.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I remember the time that we were on the, I think it was Facebook. Yeah, put something on Facebook. And I responded and I said, "Hey, how are you doing?" Because I don't think I knew that you got a divorce at the time. Like I said, we talked, but it wasn't all the time. We talked maybe like twice, 3 times a year to see how I was doing. And at the time, I was going through my divorce, and so after that, we just kind of reconnected and started talking. It was talking about life, right? It was returning back to that friendship that we had built when we were 14 and 15 years old. Mm-hmm. It was strictly platonic. I was talking to her about the females I was dating. She said I was.
Yep. That never stopped.
And she was talking about her things, but we were truly just friends.
Yep.
And then as we continued, I guess
I even offered to help you find a girlfriend. I was like, I wanted to help you find somebody that was going to make you happy.
I didn't have girls.
That's a big difference. But somebody that was going to make you happy for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you found yourself.
And then there was a challenge. So then one night in the middle of the night, we were talking on the phone, and he said, "Wouldn't it be interesting if we got together?" And I laughed it off and said, "No." And then I became the challenge.
She did. I always like a challenge. So when she said no, I was like, really?
Yep.
All right, Jay Green. So you see what happened, right?
Yeah. I'm here.
You're here.
And I'm happy.
And you're happy.
You happy?
I'm happy.
All right. So that's our story from middle school to marriage with kids. You see us every week. That's how we got here. Don't know what happened to my best friend because she stopped taking my calls. Matter of fact, she unfriended me on Facebook.
But it's funny that now to see where we are now, where we came from, and the journey that we made, help us build the foundation that we have now. And I think that's one of the reasons why we are so invested in my best friend, my blah blah blah.
Yep.
You know what I'm trying to say.
My spouse,
my best friend, because we really truly feel like that has been a cornerstone in our relationship, not our marriage, but our relationship. And that's different because I'm talking about relationship in building that relationship in middle school, having that relationship throughout our intermediary, and then still having a relationship after as well, and really building that before we jumped into a marriage.
Yeah,
and then taking what we learned from our other marriages and learning what not to do and what to do in this marriage. So I think we're very fortunate in our journey.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I noticed that the trend throughout our relationship, even from 13, 14, is that we were always intentional with each other.
Yeah.
So we were intentional then and we're intentional now, but we kept that whole, and even as we were friends, we were intentional on keeping up with Hey, we graduated from college. Hey, I got married. Hey, I'm having kids. We always kept our friendship intentional.
Yeah, I think that's important too.
Yep.
So that is our story.
Yep. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us. Visit our website, www.myspousemybestfriend.com.
Oh, you know what?
I knew he had something else.
Well, because I forgot that a big part of it, and I think it has to be said, is our faith.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
we were really, really ingrained in our faith, and we were both going when we went through our divorces, and we're doing that, and we were really trying to find ourselves in our faith.
Sure.
I was, really, involved in being, really getting my life back on track with God. Always been a believer, but you always take the off ramps. But I think we were both in that phase that we were building a stronger relationship with the Lord and sharing that with each other. So even when we, got together or not, we knew that was one of the big things that we were equally yoked in, is really focusing on God, finding a church, finding a way to worship together, and all that too.
Yeah.
So that played a big part of it too.
Agreed.
I want to make sure that we didn't leave that part out.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because that was a big one.
That was a big one.
All right.
Yeah.
Now continue.
So
like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yep, what I said earlier. And then we'll see you back here next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
All right. Smash that like button.